What is up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. So, as you can tell by the title, today's topic, characters that I basically want to see in the Transformers 1 animated movie dropping later this year in September. This list is basically in no order, but it is split into Autobots for the first half, Decepticons second half, and for the third half, it is basically other, Predacons, Maximals, whatever other subdivision or different factions as a whole for Transformers that I would like to see in the movie. I know there are already characters that are rumored or basically confirmed for this movie. I know Jazz is rumored, Black Arachnia, a few others from the leaks late last year, a few months ago. We do know, obviously, Optimus, Megatron, Bumblebee, Starscream, the typical A-listers will be at least making some sort of appearance in this movie. So characters like that will not be included on this list because they're more than likely already in the movie. So pretty much no A-listers, pretty much B-listers all the way down. So yeah, let's get right into it. Autobots here. First one I wrote down here is the Lambo brothers, Sideswipe and Sunstreaker. I think it would be really cool to introduce these guys, even if they're just in like the background for a few scenes. It would be nice to see the two brothers together once again in animated form because, correct me if I'm wrong, it's been quite a few years, maybe even since G1 maybe, that we haven't even seen these two together in animated form. And then Hotshot, yelling at me. Obviously, Hotshot, one of my favorite Autobots of all time. It is one of the channel's mascots. It's Hotshot and Jazz, so it would be awesome to see Hotshot up in here, especially since Jazz is more than likely appearing in this movie based off of the rumors and leaks. The Wreckers, now this sort of counts as the third tier, which is other here that I have listed, but they are still technically the Autobots. It would be nice to see at least them mentioned or referenced or some Easter eggs in there for the Wreckers, or hell, maybe even throw in a main A-list character in there like Springer or Roadbuster or Whirl to sort of have the Wreckers represented in the movie, but that might be too much for what they're going for as an introductory movie to the War on Cybertron. Next up here, Dinobots. I would love to see my dinosaur bozos on the big screen in animated form again, similar to the 86 movie. I would love to see either them as a team of 4, 5, 6, sometimes it varies. But yeah, it would be so cool to see Grimlock commanding the Dinobots in this animated film, especially in battle. I wouldn't be surprised if they are main characters in this movie, especially if you want to reference the 86 movie, being the last animated film in theaters for Transformers. And then Cosmos, this guy is pretty rare and obscure to see in Transformers media these days. I think the last time was either IDW or Transformers Animated, and he barely even made it in that show. He was like a background character for a few seconds, I think. I would really love to see Cosmos. He is probably one of my favorite G1 Autobots from the roster. I just love his character. I love his personality. I think it would make for some really cool stories. And even if he's just a background character, it would be cool to see him in some sort of relevant Transformers media again. And going down the list, we have my boy Prowl, everybody's jerk cop, everybody's favorite jerk cop. And yeah, I think it would be cool to see, I don't want to say a subplot, but just interesting story dynamics. Maybe Prowl is arguing with Optimus or arguing with another Autobot on how they should do a mission or what have you. It would just be some cool banter back and forth between the Autobot team, other than, just seeing the typical Autobots and Decepticons fighting or arguing. It would be really nice to see some conflict within the Autobots team itself, because you really don't see that too often. You see that more with the Decepticons than the Autobots. But who knows, that might be too complex to add into the storyline that they're going for with this movie. Next, we have the Carr brothers. Again, I just want to see more sibling sort of Transformers referenced or represented in this movie. It would be nice for them to make their big screen debut, if you will, with Prowl, X-Brawn, and Sideburn. And plus, they're one of my favorite car Autobot designs of all time. So it would be really dope to see them, at least, as background characters, maybe. Next one here, I'm sure a lot of people have been asking for this. Bulkhead. Whether it's more inspired by animated or Prime, I don't care. I just love Bulkhead, and I think he deserves to be in this movie. And I wouldn't be surprised if he did make the cut in Transformers 1. Next one here, we have my boy Longrack. If y'all know me long enough, you guys know Longrack is one of my favorite off-brand comic toy-only Maximals / Autobots from the whole 2000s and late 90s era. So it would be nice to see him as like a background character referenced here and there in the movie, probably taking on the form of what is that construction vehicle called? I don't know. I'm drawing a blank on the name of the vehicle he transformed in Cybertron and in the IDW Beast Wars comic, but it would be awesome to see him with that alternate form. And then the last one here for the Autobots, we have my boy Cliff Jumper. I'm pretty sure you guys can guess why. He just has been misrepresented in a lot of media, except for the new Skybound comics. No, he's died a bunch of times in recent years, so it'd be just nice to see him survive, at least for one movie. But yeah, jumping into the Decepticons now. Bone Crusher, influenced by his 2007 movie design. I would love to see that. I would just love to see him come in there, destroying stuff and wreaking havoc in every battle scene he appears in. Lockdown, I think it would be nice to bring in the whole city, street side vibe of the Transformers universe, and the bounty hunter side of things would be kind of cool to be referenced in this movie and maybe explore in a sequel. Shockwave, he's sort of an A-list character, but, it's still not a given that he will appear in this movie, so hopefully we get the mad scientist and the Cybertron commander himself. Blitzwing, but with more of the animated spin to him having the three faces. I think that would make for some nice banter and story dynamics within the Decepticon ranks. Demolisher, specifically his Unicron Trilogy version, I think would maybe add some flair to the overall Decepticon team, him sort of having, mental problems similar to what we saw in Armada and Energon. Crumple Zone and Ransack, the duo that we all needed, that we didn't know we needed until y'all watched this video. I think it would be cool to see that duo interact in this movie, or hell, again, I've said this a bunch of times in the video, but at least as like background characters standing together off in some scene. I don't know. It would just be nice to see them appear in modern media once again. Lugnut, this guy I think is rumored to appear in the movie. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments. But obviously, it would be so nice to see this dumb piece of Lugnuts, pun intended, praising Megatron up there, hanging on to every word, every speech Megatron gives. It would just be so cool and just funny to see. Brawl, he's in the same boat with me as Bone Crusher, inspired by his 2007 movie appearance. I just want to see him come in there, look all big and menacing and cool, and just messing stuff up every battle scene he appears in. Bludgeon, it would be cool to see the whole samurai side of Transformers at least be introduced in this movie, and then maybe we get some more additions to it, like Starsaber or Deathsaurus and Prowl from Animated or whomever, Drift. And then last here for the Decepticons, I have my boy Cyclonus, who sort of again ties into the whole samurai and ninja aesthetic for Transformers. It would be nice to see him maybe as one of Megatron's top commanders, similar to how he was when Megatron was Galvatron. But who knows? There's so many characters they could pick from. Now, moving into the last segment we have, which is basically miscellaneous or other. Tarantulas, it would be cool to see another mad scientist, at least, again, referenced or whatever. Skybite, You know, he has a unique personality. I'm sure most of you know why a fan like me would want him in this movie, especially since he hasn't been in modern Transformers media except for Cyberverse. That was a more dumbed down version of him, but seeing a more, accurate interpretation of how Skybite really should be from RAD 2001 would be a lot more welcomed. Rat Trap. Man, I need my Italian Brooklyn accent Rat Trap in some form of new modern media stat. He was left off of Rise of the Beast, he was cut, and I think it's time that he comes back in some shape or form. I doubt a lot of these guys are gonna make it, but hey, it would at least be worth a try, And then basically anybody else from the Predacons or Maximals. I don't care who it is. It could be freaking Buzzsaw, Man-Terror, Drillbit, K9, Cybershark, I don't freaking know. Anybody from the Beast Wars era or any other subline or subdivision of Transformers you guys can think of or subgroup, whatever. It would just be nice to get a cool, diverse cast of Transformers in this movie, whether they're background characters or just referenced or they actually are main characters. I just really hope they dig deep into the Transformers mythos and really pull certain characters that we haven't seen in a while or characters that fans like us really want to see in modern Transformers media. But that pretty much wraps it up for the topic of today's video. You guys let me know down in the comments below what character you guys want to see in the Transformers 1 movie coming out this September. All my social medias are linked down below: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. My email is also down below if y'all want to hit me up about business inquiries, if you want to message me about whatever, or if you want to commission a diorama from me, because I make dioramas for people for their stop motions photography or just regular display shelves in your homes. You can either hit me up on any of my social medias or just email me and we can work out a deal. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye!